episode 4, we bought a bank. Hey, sorry, Kim is out of town right now, so you just get me today, but what a difference color can make, right? We used to have peeling white paint. We went with an antique gray, kind of fitting, right, for a 100-plus-year-old building to go, an antique gray. Always like the grays right now, grays with the black. Once again, the moldings here will stay. These doors will ultimately disappear, and as you just kind of turn right here, I'm so excited about the black metal framed windows that we have that are coming in here. It is absolutely going to make this building pop. But like I said, what a difference a color can make. Lots of good positive feedback from people amongst the town, and just people kind of just commenting on, you know, the overall community aesthetics, that we are definitely breathing life slowly but surely back into this old building, the old Bank of Nokesville. Come on inside, let me show you around, show you what we've been doing. So we're inside of the bank, and you can find myself standing on a ton, okay, probably lots of tons of gravel. The only way that we were able to bring in the stone was by accessing through one of 2 different window locations in the bank, renting a Bobcat and taking a scoop one at a time from a pile on the back side of the building and dropping it through the window, having men on the inside with shovels to position the gravel where it needed to be. So we are standing here. You have the rebar, and like I said, we're essentially prepped, okay, for our plumbing inspection to take place. However, the concrete contractor came out yesterday, and they essentially backfilled all of the ditch lines that would provide access to the Prince William County plumbing inspector to show that all the fittings were done properly, etc. So once again, we just came off of a holiday weekend. Inspector called today, said, hey, I'm on site. Great, had no idea. Happy to meet him out here on site. This is just a part of the process, guys. But anyhow, where we are, hopefully you as the viewer at home can tell the immense amount of work that took to get to this point. It's taken the better part of about a month and a half to do 5 different revisions to our plans that would allow us to incorporate a steel beam that would support essentially the 2 roof lines, the original front part of the original bank, and then the second roof structure, to give adequate support to make sure that the roof isn't going to cave in on itself, right? Very important. Once again, here's where the ADA, his and her bathrooms will go, and also certainly a water fountain, you know? So we did also go ahead and plan for the future and ran plumbing line over this direction, just in case, right? You know, so this is like a temporary stopgap for Jacobs and Company for our overflow for the next 2 to 3 years, or however long it takes to get our future building built. But by running this over here allows for a future user, say that cafe, that wine bar, that bistro, right? That you could see them come into this open concept with the concrete floor and the very high ceilings. And rather than having to come in here as the next occupant and jackhammer out all of these, you know, newly polished, finished concrete floors, you've already got the plumbing here in the ground. So it's just kind of a little bit more of a plug and play. We're going to end up replacing a lot of the sill plate around the structure of the building. Essentially, they didn't have pressure treated wood back in the day, right? So we have to go ahead and jack up certain parts of, you know, the structure and replace that sill plate with something that's certainly pressure treated, can stand the test of time because it has rotted. So guys, excited. First plumbing inspection this morning. It was a quick one. Hey, I didn't think that I was going to walk in here and see that these ditch lines were covered. Unfortunately, they're covered. They thought we were prepped for concrete. We still need to get our plumbing inspection. So I would imagine that work will commence today, which then we can dig 2 piers on either side that will support the metal beam for the load-bearing wall. And then we're ready for concrete. Our windows, I'm told, are only a couple weeks out. This project is going to come together very quickly, right? So we got a bird in the building, a little visitor, you know? I hope you heard that, right? So anyhow, guys, we're super excited. Looking at the ceiling above us, are we going to drywall and then do the suspended black painted metal duct system? Or with more of a drop ceiling style. Certainly still looking at black tiles for that. So kind of curious what you think. Two totally different looks, and I'm kind of toying around with both right now. One would probably provide a cost savings of about $20,000. So certainly that's very interesting, but it's all about the finished look. It's all about the finished look, and it's all about, you know, not ultimately us as the user immediately, but certainly the next user in mind. So anyhow, thank you so much. We are getting closer in Oaksville. We are getting closer, Prince William County. Pretty soon, we will have agents working within here, making phone calls, doing what we do, hopefully shooting lots of videos just like this, and hopefully our new podcast studio, green screen room. Can't wait. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. Thank you.